Hi guys, welcome to Autosheer India. We review and give you all the details on the latest and upcoming cars and bikes. If you would like to watch more videos related to automobiles, please go ahead and subscribe to Autosheer India. Today we have the 2021 Royal Enfield Meteor 350. Royal Enfield wanted to keep the design familiar and identifiable, and that's exactly what this bike is. However, when you really examine it, you will see that the Meteor no longer has the curved silhouette at the fuel tank. And while the Thunderbird loyalists may miss it, I am happy it's gone. In its place is a wide and impactful looking fuel tank whose shape reminds you of the ones you would see on the bikes in the Harley Davidson Fat Boy. It looks and feels large between the knees, but this one holds 15 liters against the 20-liter unit in the Thunderbird X. The side quarter panels have been simplified with just one triangular unit, while the seat is now split into two units. Meanwhile, the rear mudguard is larger, which helps reduce the visible air gap between it and the wheel. There are three variants in the Meteor. The bike we have here is the top of the line Supernova variant with its dual tone paint, large windscreen, tan seats and pillion backrest. But nothing to worry, there are plenty more options if you don't like this look, and we will get to that later on. While I think the Meteor has nicer proportions than the Thunderbird, the best elements are only visible upon a closer look. Royal Enfield has paid considerable attention to the finer details. The new rotary switchgear looks quite cool and feels nice and clicky to use. The chrome mirrors are great, and I love how the front brake lever merges with the rounded master cylinder. Another nice touch is how the hinge of the chrome fuel cap is hidden and can only be seen when the flap is lifted. Over at the rear, the single round brake lamp gets a neat LED light surround, while the bulb illuminated indicators run old school circular optic lines. The quality of the backrest and windscreen, which are both available as accessories on lower variants, is also very good. As for the headlamps, I have no complaints that it runs a 6055 halogen bulb because most LED lights on affordable motorcycles are quite underwhelming. The Meteor gets a small LED ring around the headlamp, but this is rather dull and can be barely seen in direct sunlight. There is a good helping of chrome all around, but the engine cases are black. That's a practical choice because we found that the chrome cases on the 650S oxides quite quickly in the coastline air, and they require frequent elbow grease to look their best. Quality wise, nothing stood out poorly except for some very faint streaks visible on the brown fuel tank in direct sunlight, and this is something Royal Enfield should be able to sort out once bikes start reaching customers. Overall, the Meteor has a simple yet pleasingly premium feel to it, and this is amplified by its smart-looking new instrument console. With an analog speedo on the outer circumference and a digital display below, the unit tells you important things like how much fuel is left, what time it is, and what gear you're in, and it has two trip meters. That's what you see on the large dial on the left. But the small dial on the right is a color display for Royal Enfield's new Tripper navigation system. If you decide not to use the Tripper navigation, the display will simply show you the time. The new 5-speed gearbox is smooth and slick, and it has also shorter throws than the old one, which is nice. The clutch is slightly on the heavy side in traffic, but it has good feedback and is easy to modulate. A slip and assist system would have been nice. As for heat, there wasn't much to be felt in the city, but the engine casing on the right side sticks out quite a bit. So, what about performance? At 20.2 bhp and 27 Nm, the specs are not impressive for a brand new motor. This engine manages to be 7.2 seconds quicker from 0 to 100 km per hour. As for fuel efficiency, it returned 34 km per liter in the city and 37 km per liter on the highway. These figures are almost on par with the BS6 Classic 350. The Meteor continues to run a 19-inch front wheel while the rear has reduced from 18 inch to 17 inches. The brakes are bigger at both ends too, with a 300 front disc and a 270 rotor at the rear. Braking performance is good when you really haul on the anchors, but the front brake feel is dull, as with many cruisers. Prices start at Rs 1.76 lakhs for the Fireball variant, while going up to Rs 1.81 lakh for the Stella and Rs 1.90 lakh for the Supernova. Overall, Royal Enfield has produced an authentic feeling, yet well-rounded and impressive product. While the pricing isn't sensational, it's definitely competitive. So, do you guys like the new design of the Meteor 350 or do you still prefer the old Thunderbird X? Let us know in the comments. If you did find this video informative, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Autosheer India.